Coach, it is something not seen all that often in these parts. Playoff football in North Carolina. We've got it at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? Give me that ball, defense. Give me that. Ready?
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They give it to Williams running right. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
That's it. 180. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Wide. Get wide. Eight. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Hey, here we go.
From the gun, here's Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got some space here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Check 24. Check 24.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout.
Gun.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Trey Flowers in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Newton looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas, and it's 3rd down.
Ready. Look at it. 51's the mic. Gun. Watch the shit.
To throw is Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After the sack on 1st down, Newton out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Room to run inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Hey, alert 3.
On 1st down, It's Williams, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On second down, it's Williams, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Newton. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, 75 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Here's Newton. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 78 yards.
First down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And an alley to run. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. On first down, Newton. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got it at the 15. A big pickup of 38.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
What's that? 180. Mike 40. Tackles.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
I got you, son.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll run it with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Williams will try again, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is down to 28-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Play action. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Double dog, that's the way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
The 17-yard line. A gain of 15. First down, Lions.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Prater's kick is good. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
Fourth down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Watch the run.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He is going to find Hill here. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his second TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 34.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Hey, 951.
Again, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Newton's Super Bowl nemesis, Von Miller, picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Gun. 50 express. 51. Watch the curl. Mike 51. Mike 51.
All day. All day. 51's Mike. Mike's 51.
Out of the gun, Newton. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They snap it to Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. He hits more. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
First and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, Newton. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Trey Flowers in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Newton now to throw. He's got the hook up to McLeod. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deshaun Hand able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up fourth down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
20.
51 to Mike, boy.
Hey, we heavy on the clock now.
Here we go on fourth. Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers. And the Lions will take over. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If they're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Well, the drive starts with a completion left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Got it. 59. Mike's 59. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Dances by him. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Mike's 5'9". Mike's 5'9".
Stay with your man.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
We own this.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Hey, check 24.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, You're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Now left side on the swing pass. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it's a second down.
At the Panthers' 14-yard line.
Ready. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Here's Jackson to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
The field goal, a 42-yard attempt.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
At the 37-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check, 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 check.
20.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Panthers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hey, 40's Mike right there. 40's
Throwing is Newton. Forced out to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Jared Davis in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st down, it's Newton. Felt compelled to go for nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
the mic.
First
Hey, check.
at the
Go, Mike, with you.
41-yard
Mike,
line.
with you. Hey, let's go. Hey!
Let's get on.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Eluding the pressure right. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
To throw again on second down. Newton being chased out left. And Thomas has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. On second down, McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. From 8 yards out. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Gano the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.